Welcome to EDSE 673 in summer 2020. My name is Anna Moriarty-Vick. I will be your instructor for this course. I look forward to working with all of you. EDSE 673 has a focus on research and reflective practice. So you'll see throughout the course there are several small assignments as well as 3 large assignments which will be due near the end. And all of these will give you the opportunity to really think about what you have done in your practice, what you are doing, and what you will do in the future with an emphasis on research, evidence-based practice, integrating ideas from what works, resources, which we'll examine together in the course, and finally, what you want to do in the future, and we will do action planning around that. Think about action research within your setting and how we can investigate, take data, make changes, and share the results of our research with the stakeholders in our settings. So this will be something that will be valuable to you, I hope, not only now, but also in the future with professional learning communities, when working with various administrators or others within your setting, supervisors in the community, and with communications across contexts. The most important tab for you in the course will be modules. And you'll see as we begin under start here, please review each of these tabs. The first will provide us with the course description and the syllabus. Syllabus document is quite straightforward. The most important information for you about deadlines and due dates will be within the course schedule. The syllabus does contain information regarding required texts for the course. Please let me know if you have questions regarding the text. On Amazon.com, it does appear that there is access for the required texts for this course, both in ebook format and in paper format. So if you do have any difficulties or concerns with paper format, if you have not yet received or ordered those, consider the ebook format because those can be accessed instantly upon download. So as we move forward, you will see there's a welcome letter here with some general information about the course. We can go through that together. So this is a little introduction of our class. Please keep in mind after the final day of our course, which is June 21st, this is a brief course, it is summer semester. So after June 21st, you will not be able to access Canvas to submit the work, and all of the deadlines for our major assignments are final at the time of June 21st, 11:59 p.m. Please keep a close eye on your schedule and the work that will be required. As I said, this is a fast-paced course, and while the material is all very valuable and helpful, it does go quickly. So as we approach that final unit, it is a 2-week unit. Make sure that you're planning ahead because that final deadline is firm for June 21st at 11:59 p.m. You'll see that this course runs from May 11th to June 21st, so it is a 6-week course. Today, May 11th, we will begin with a 1-week unit. All of our units will start on a Monday and on a Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So the deadline for each unit for the assignments will be Sunday at 11:59 p.m. after we've been in the unit for a week. That is also the deadline for your response posts for the discussions, and your initial response post for discussions will be made by Wednesday, and that is the case for all of the 1-week units. Please check the course schedule for our 2-week unit, which is our final unit, Unit 5, regarding the discussion there. That discussion is an opportunity for you to post one of our major assignments so that you can receive feedback from your peers. But taking a look at all of the 1-week units, you'll need to do your initial post by Wednesday, and then your final 2 posts minimum to others by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. One important note regarding discussions is that APA format text or resource citation is required at least once in your discussion contributions for every discussion. And speaking of discussions, there will not be one in every single unit. So just watch the course schedule and the course shell to see whether we have one or not. I'm just speaking about the units in which there is one. So you'll see information on the course texts. My contact, you can email me or message me in Canvas. I do keep an eye on both of those. Always begin at start here. More information on discussion posts, and again, that citation requirement. This takes our discussion from just a sharing of opinions or ideas or perspectives into an evidence-based conversation where we're really supporting our statements and claims with the learning that we're doing in the course or from outside resources. And based on the fact that this course is a focus for research and reflective practice, and that's the main idea, what we're studying, it's very important to integrate that evidence-based. So this is just an opportunity for more practice in that regard. And that is our welcome letter. More information on navigating the course shell. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Canvas. If not, please let me know. Sunday is the deadline for the work submission. As we have discussed, all of the units will wrap up on a Sunday. And this is the late policy. So 10% off each day for the first 2 days. And after 2 days, so that would be a Tuesday, Monday being the first, Tuesday 20%. And then after Tuesday at midnight, there is no longer acceptance for late work for credit. Also, the links will close at 11:59 p.m. on the due date. So if you need to turn in something late, please do email it or send it via Canvas. You won't be able to submit it in the course shell. Information about conduct online. You can review that at your convenience. Same information on discussion board deadlines, that Wednesday initial post, and text citation. And as I mentioned, please email or message me on Canvas with questions. This is the document that I was mentioning, the course schedule. It's very important. Please download it and either print it or save it in a convenient spot for you on your computer. This is a very important document to review. It will give you all of your information about what is due and when. So as you go through it, you'll see that there are very many small assignments in this course. So it's very important to stay on top of all of these. Okay, we've got our first 1 week unit, and there are a couple different reviews or papers to turn in. There is a quiz. But as we move into Unit 2, you'll see that there are even more small assignments. These are all very helpful and interesting assignments. They're great opportunities for you to assess your learning, check in, reflect, and do some more research, just as we discussed with research reflective practice. However, they do accumulate. So understand that they're not all going to be extremely time-consuming and difficult, but there are several of them that you will encounter from day to day and from week to week in the course. So please do keep an eye on them to avoid falling behind. And you'll see over here in the left-hand column, the due dates for the unit work and the dates for each unit are outlined up until our final unit, which is Unit 5. So you'll see clarification regarding posting deadlines, and that skill building workshop is the major course assignment that I was referencing, which will be posted to a discussion board by June 10th. That's in the first week of this 2-week unit. And then all the other work will be due by the 21st at 11:59 p.m. And that will be the end of the course. Here's the syllabus linked again for you if you need it. And next we will discuss the 3 course assignments. We will discuss them fairly briefly here, and we'll be going into more detail in the upcoming weeks and units. However, there are 3 to keep a close eye on, and they are listed. If you go to modules, you'll see them here. Not under Start Here, the course schedule or the syllabus, but under information and submission links for major course assignments. So you'll see logic model, action plan, and the skill building workshop. Skill building workshop will be submitted on discussion board rather than uploaded as a usual assignment to Blackboard, or excuse me, Canvas, and I will grade it here on the discussion board. So that's all you'll need to do. The logic model you'll submit by the last day of the course. The action plan you'll submit by the last day of the course. There will be several drafts throughout, and those will help you to make sure that you're on track for these 2 assignments. Logic model and action plan. So you'll see the action plan is the largest number of points for this assignment, 50 for the logic model, 100 for the skill building. And we'll talk through each of these and continue to have more detail as we go along. But this is a very important part, this module here, because you'll be able to see descriptions for each of them. So logic model. And again, we will address these as we go through other videos and sections of our course moving forward. But the logic model assignment, you'll need to fill this out. And I do have a template you can edit that I will upload also. We'll talk about how we'll fill out each of these columns, but this is your submission. For the logic model itself, you don't need to do anything more than add solid detail in each of these columns. And again, this will make more sense as we go through each, and you can read the assignment descriptions by yourself as well. This action plan, this is probably the most major and important part of our course, arguably. So you'll see this is a lengthy assignment. It's 12 to 15 pages written, and the prompts are very clear here for everything that you'll want to address. The instructions for the assignment as well as the rubric can be found here in document format. Basically, you're going to be thinking about your setting and what might need to change. And you're going to be developing an action plan to say, here's where we stand. This is our current state for services. Here is what I propose that I would like to see. And here's how we're going to get there. Here's how we're going to evaluate. Here's how we'll do action research to make sure that we're on track. Here is the data that we'll collect and the way that it will be shared. Here are the people responsible. And this is the timeline for the action plan. So evaluating your setting, considering what changes need to be made, and then developing a plan for those changes with a clear timeline. And this will all be related directly to your logic model. The logic model shares short-term, intermediate, and long-term outcomes. So that little graphic that we just looked at will support a lot of the ideas that you come up with in this action plan, particularly letter H here. You'll describe the process for evaluation of your program, and you will refer to that logic model. So that is a large written assignment. You might want to span that over a period of time rather than saving it till the end. That way you'll get the most out of it, and you also will avoid unnecessary stress. Skill building workshop is the final of the 3 major course assignments. It's quite straightforward. This is a PowerPoint presentation. You're going to be using What Works websites, which are linked in the course. You'll see them as we move forward in future units, and you will create several different slides explaining an intervention or a skill or technique that you identify from the What Works resources. And then you'll go through, and for each of these slide categories, you'll be explaining what it is, how to do it, how to assess it, what the expected results will be, anything else that you might need to take into consideration. You'll conclude and do your references. So this is a presentation that could be delivered to practitioners to teach them about a skill or technique or strategy that you'll identify from a What Works website. And this really is bringing in the evidence-based practice component for our course. Those are the 3 major course assignments. And with that said, you can move into Unit 1. You'll see there are several videos to watch. There is a get to know you discussion. I look forward to seeing all of you and meeting you in there. And then a couple different assignments to get us started in this 1-week unit. Great to have you in class. Welcome to summer semester, and please get in touch.